Hi everybody, it's Shauna again. Here's your daily reading for the collective. Let's see here. Let me see what this reading is going to be about, and then we're going to go into it, okay? Unconditional love. Okay, let's talk about unconditional love is. Unconditional love can mean a lot of different things, okay? One is you speaking better about yourself, right? Trying to be more positive with your interactions with yourself, meaning that you don't want to be sitting there telling yourself that you're stupid or that, you shouldn't have done this, or you shouldn't have done that. You're just taking down your self-worth. You're bringing your confidence down. You're making things worse. I'm sorry. Your self-worth is imperative to your well-being, your spiritual growth. The last thing you want is to um, uh, say things that would potentially hurt yourself, not to mention your subconscious picks up on any negative self-talk. So when you're talking negative about yourself, your subconscious is saying, oh, okay, so that's what you want in your life, so that's what I'm going to give you. And it becomes a, how I say this, routine for you where bad things happen and you're being mean with yourself or speaking cruel, right? Another thing is boundaries. Boundaries is self-love. Boundaries with other people, making sure that you are allowing people the chance to be in your life, but also making sure that they don't step on your boundaries, such as you don't want someone who's going around and sharing your secrets, right? If you tell somebody a secret and they share it with other people and you have an agreement with them and you verbally told them not to share it with other people and they still did, that person has lack of boundaries. And, how you handle that situation with self-love is, it's based on what you feel is best. I'm not going to tell you how to handle that situation because it's cruel when people do that. I'm just going to put that out there. It's cruel when people share your secret. Or talk negative about you because, you stood your ground, which happens a lot, by the way. But it's important that you show self-love. And it's okay to show self-love by telling somebody who's not treating you right to go find somebody else to mistreat, right? Everybody deserves to be treated with respect and love. Everybody deserves to be treated with kindness. And if they can't treat you like that, they're not for you. Okay? That is your red flag to tell you that that person is not in your best interest, and it's time you let them go. Now, with that being said, self-love is also about your workplace, right? Let's say you're working a job and you've been passed over for a promotion after promotion after promotion. You deserve to know why. I'm not telling you to go into your boss's office and demand why, but you should really determine what's going on. Is it your work ethics? Are you going to work on time? Are you doing your work when you're there? Are you, is your stats higher than other people? And I mean, let's face it, in the workplace, people who don't belong, who don't deserve promotions get promotions, right? Occasionally a good guy will get a promotion, but a lot of times what I've seen, the people who get promotions are people who don't even deserve it. I mean, toxic people, the ones that go around and talk gossip about others. So go figure. The rat race isn't for me. It becomes a bit of a nuisance for me because I get annoyed easily. But self-love is about doing what's right for you, okay? Now, mind you, if you have children, you're going to want to do what's right for them. They're always first. And, being good to your kids is also an act of self-love. Or if you have a spouse, you're going to want to make sure you include your spouse as well. You don't want to be going around cheating on them, right? Self-love is exactly what it sounds like. It's about being good to yourself, being honest with yourself about who you are. Self-love can also just honesty, right? Maybe you need to sit down and have serious conversation with yourself. I know that sounds kind of odd, but it's true. Maybe you need to sit down and have a serious conversation with yourself and go over your flaws. I got news for you. Everybody has flaws. Nobody is perfect. All right. I don't care how perfect they look on paper or online or in a photo or in a magazine or on TV. Nobody's perfect. Okay. Everybody has flaws. And those flaws is what makes us unique. Okay. And we are all unique, I think except for identical twins, right? Believe it or not, my father is an identical twin. So him and his brother share the same DNA. And it came up, and I'm assuming that's so because I did some research. I think that's what I found out. But I did that DNA test, and it showed my uncle as my father, which is not possible because my mother is married to my father, and my uncle is his twin brother. And so it's just funny the way that kind of came up. Now, whatever, how that actually applies, I'm not even sure. And so it's interesting to think that, you know, yeah, the, gosh, identical twins can share the same DNA. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. I'm okay with that, but I'm not sure. I just know that my father is an identical twin, and in fact, my father's identical twin has a YouTube channel. Go figure. And he likes to go in there and cook. It's called Cooking Bad with Dad. It's just the most goofiest thing ever. But that's kind of who my father is anyways. Our father is really goofy. Anyways, unconditional love. Let's go and get back to, kind of went off on tandem a little bit there. The Spirit really wants you to practice more self-love. Spirit wants you to be more diligent in who you allow in your life and who you share your life with, and your time and your information and even your money, right? You've got people around you that's not being honest. You should have people who are supportive and who want to take care of you. Okay? If you don't have that, there's a problem here. Okay? Because that means that you're not showing yourself the love you deserve. Right? So with that being said, I want you to keep in mind, this is for January 21st. So please keep in mind that it's important that you have some level of unconditional love when you are going about your day. Okay? If you find yourself feeling bad about yourself, thinking about the past, and if you're thinking about the past and all your past mistakes, then you're failing at life. Okay? Because making mistakes is part of life. That's how you grow as a person. It's normal to make mistakes. What's abnormal is not trying. Okay? Just try to make sure that your mistakes don't hurt other people. That's all that matters. That's what's more important than anything else, okay? And if it does, forgive yourself. You don't have to ask them for forgiveness, but you should definitely forgive yourself in this, because forgive yourself is unconditional love, right? Like I told you, there's a lot of different ways that you can see this card, right? And so please keep in mind that tomorrow I want you to think about the stuff that you're saying to yourself, or even eating. What are you eating? Are you eating cheeseburgers, or are you eating a salad? Even if you just replace one meal a day that's healthy, that's better than 3 unhealthy meals, right? So you got to start somewhere. So don't be afraid to start eating healthy, right? And even if it's like, you're eating unhealthy, and then on Friday you have a salad. You know what? That's fine. Take that for the win. Because it's hard to eat healthy. It really is. Especially with all the yummy food that's out there. It is hard to be conscious about what you're eating. It takes a lot of practice and hard work. And if you are eating healthy, I commend you for it. Okay? Because it's not easy. But I want you to start practicing more self-love. Start thinking about how you're talking to yourself, what you put in your body. What are you putting on your body, right? Let's face it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've got severe allergies. Believe it or not, I even have an EpiPen. Okay? And there was this one time where my washer at home broke, so I went to my mom's house to use her washer, and I used her detergent because I forgot mine, and her detergent through my whole body and a full body rash. I had a rash everywhere. Okay, my neck, my body, the whole body, my back, all the way down to my legs, even on my feet. Okay, if that says something, that says something. But you know, what you put in your body means everything. If your body's not going to handle it, then you need to show yourself self-love, right? And so I have to be careful what I put on my body. I can't even just use any shampoo. I have to make sure that it has no dyes, it has no fragrance, it has, it's safe for those who are who've got allergies. And I can't just go and try anything. So, because I run the risk of getting a rash on my head, believe it or not, I do get rashes and I itch for hours. And so, that is even unconditional love, right? I show myself unconditional love by what I eat, by how I speak to myself. And believe it or not, the negative self-talk is something that I have been working on for over 10 years now. Because in a world full of negative energy, it's easy to get caught in the negative vibes. So it takes a lot of work and determination to get out of that, right? So just think about the stuff that you're saying to yourself. Be mindful. Okay, mindfulness is a very important topic here. Be mindful of where your mind is during the daytime. Because if you're thinking about how bad your life is, I got news for you. Your life is going to get worse. That's just the truth. It's cause and effect. Manifestation. Whatever you want to call it, right? You don't want to be sitting thinking about how bad your life is. If you're stressing about how you're going to pay your bills, instead of stressing, start planning. Start working on a plan to fix the problem. If you're sitting there and you're worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, you're not living in today. You're not working towards that resolution to fix the problem, correct? You cannot stay in a state of worry and think your life is going to change, because it's not. God doesn't hear worry. God hears prayers. God hears love. God hears intention. It's time you get your life back in order and start being realistic with yourself, honest with yourself, and start making changes that need to be made. All right. Okay, collective, thank you for watching. If you guys are watching my video for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you would like a private reading, the information is in the box below. I appreciate if you were to like this video. And you guys take care, and thank you for listening. Bye.